Okay then my friends, so now hopefully you've got a basic grasp of how we can create classes in Dart, how we can create new instances of a class, and also how we can extend classes as well. There's one more thing I want to quickly talk about when it comes to classes, and that's something called method overriding. And we're going to look at two examples. The first example is going to be to do with this format method we've created inside the menu item class, which returns a formatted string of the title and the price. Now, we know that when we extend this class, like we did with the pizza class, then the pizza class also inherits any methods from the menu item class, including this format one. And we can use that format method like so, which outputs this formatted string with the title and the price. But it might be that for certain child classes, like this pizza class, we want to have a different implementation of the format class. So that instead of just outputting the title and the price, we output maybe the toppings as well. And to do this, we need to make a new version of the format method on the pizza class, which overrides the one on the menu item class for pizza objects. So let's start by creating this function again down here. I'm going to say string format like so. And inside here, I'm just going to paste in the body. So we have a variable called formatted toppings, and it's going to be set equal to contains and then a colon first of all. So then down here, we say for final t in toppings, which is this list of toppings. So we're iterating through this list right here. And we're saying for each one, grab the formatted toppings string right here, and then set it equal to the current value of the formatted topping. So this to begin with, and then a space, and then t, whatever topping it is, right? So then it's going to do the same for each one. So it's going to be contains and then a list of all of the different toppings in this string eventually. So once we've done that, we're returning a string down here, which is the title, then the price, then this right here is escaping a character, n, and it means just go into a new line. And then on the new line, we have the formatted toppings. So this string right here with all the different toppings in it. So that's the format method created right here. But if we click on this, we can see we get some information. And it says the member format overrides an inherited member, but isn't annotated with override. So it's always a good idea to explicitly say that this is a method override by using at and then override above it. And then this warning is going to go away. All right. So now we're still calling this pizza.format method right here, but hopefully we should get this format function run instead of this one. So let's give this a whirl. I'm going to run it over here. We should see an updated message over here in the console, which we do. So we get veg volcano 15.99, which is still right here, the title and the price. But then on a new line, we also get contains mushrooms, peppers. Awesome. So that's working. And that's the first example to override a method that we've already defined on a parent class. Okay then, so we've seen how we can override any methods we've defined on parent classes within a child class, but we can also override methods which are built into objects within the Dart language as well. For example, what happens when we just print out an instance of either the menu item class or the pizza class? Well, if we try this out and run it, then we should see some kind of string in the console that says something like instance of pizza or instance of menu item or whatever class we used to create that object. So what's happening when we print this object out then? Well, when we print out an instance of anything like this, what's actually happening under the hood is that Dart is running the toString method on this class instance to get kind of like a string representation of it. Now, that toString method is not something we've explicitly defined on our class, but all classes will automatically inherit the toString method from the built-in object class. So Dart runs that method to get a string representation of our class, and in general, it's going to be a really generic string that gets returned to us, and it's not really much use. So we can actually override this toString method on any class that we make. We just need to define the method and then add the override annotation above it. So then we're going to start with this menu item class down here. So we need to add on the at override first of all to say we're going to override a method. The method returns a string and it's called toString. Okay, spell this correctly, toString, like so. And inside here, all I'm going to do is return the format method and invoke that, because that in turn returns this string. And that's what I'd like for our toString method to return. So now, if we print out these two things, whereas before we got instance of menu item and instance of pizza, now we're going to get this thing right here, the format method. And since the pizza class is going to inherit now this thing that we override, then it's going to use the format method as well. But this time it's not going to use the format method from the menu item. Since it has its own format method, the toString function is going to return the result of this instead. So now if I run this, we should see what we saw before, which is this for the first one and this for the second one. Awesome. So that works, but we can also override this toString method on the pizza class as well if we wanted to. So I'm going to come down here and I'm going to override this again. So I'll say @override, like so. And then underneath that, I'm just going to paste this in. So we have a function called toString, which returns a string. And inside we return instance of pizza as a string. And then after that, we're going to output the title of the pizza, the price of the pizza, and any toppings on the pizza as well. So if we run this now, we should still see this for the noodles and then a slightly different string right here for the pizza. So let's try that. Run. Keep an eye out over here. We get this for the noodles and then this for the pizza. So we see instance of pizza, then the title, the price, and the toppings. So it's really up to you how you want to implement this toString method on different classes.